There's a body in there. Yo, yo. Hello?
Venturing into abandoned buildings can be terrifying. But what happens when you encounter someone, or something, you'd rather never meet? Like this first encounter, shared by Dying Llama, a YouTube channel known for pushing the limits with jaw-dropping explorations, urban climbs, and high-risk adventures that are not for the faint of heart. But with these kinds of extreme and often illegal activities come serious risks. That's why both Dying Llama and everyone involved in his videos remain completely anonymous. And the clip he shared on March 31st, 2023 shows exactly why. In this video, the group decided to break into a massive building in New York City, a structure that wasn't in active use at the time, but far from left alone. Still, drawn to the thrill and adrenaline, the three guys took the risk and slipped inside under the radar. But looking back, they might have underestimated just how risky that decision really was.
Everybody together, Let's go. You good? Yeah. You gotta go from the bottom and go all the way around.
Yeah.
Or can you go here? I don't know if you can.
Yeah, there's like a lower part though.
Yeah.
This thing's really 1,000. The Empire State Building looks like it's like just dwarfing us.
Yeah. No, this isn't 1,000. This is like, how tall is this? Like 850?
I thought it was like 890.
Yeah, I don't know.
Up until this point, everything had gone exactly as planned. But just as they started to relax, thinking the coast was clear, they spotted something that changed the whole mood. Down below, a man was walking through the building with a flashlight, clearly searching for someone. Panic quickly set in, and in the rush of the moment, the group made a snap decision to split up, hoping it would give them the best chance to avoid being caught. From that point on, it wasn't just about the thrill anymore, it was about staying unseen.
Where did he did? He came up. Let's go down.
We can only imagine how tense a situation like this must have been. navigating a huge, unfamiliar building with someone actively searching for you. But despite the pressure, they managed to stay remarkably calm and focused. Still, they knew they weren't out of danger yet. There were multiple floors between them and any kind of exit, and every step came with the risk of being seen or heard. It was now a game of patience and silence, and any wrong move could mean serious consequences.
I just hope, you know, I want to take next time. I'm trying to go to the military so we get arrested. I know a really good way to escape. Scaffolding. No, like through the, it's like around the back of the building, but we have to run by cameras. But like, right over here. So we could either run out onto the street or run the back way. I think we should open the door onto the street a teeny bit. If we see anybody, like cops or anything, they'd go, they'd immediately run the other way. Which way we going? Left, right? Straight? Straight. Okay, just keep straight. Yeah, there's the push bar doors right there. Okay.
They had already made it this far, but now came the hardest part. Every creak of the floor, every shadow on the wall could give them away. The two had no idea who might be waiting downstairs, or even just behind that door. But turning back wasn't an option. With adrenaline pumping and no clear way out, they knew they had to take the risk. Whatever was on the other side, they'd have to face it. Getting caught was not part of the plan.
There's a cop. There's two cops. Come on, come on, come on. Follow me, follow me. Hurry, let's go. There's two cops. Wait. Why? Where do we go?
He managed to escape just in time, but his friend wasn't so lucky. He hadn't made it out. And with the third member of the group still unaccounted for, there was no way of knowing if he was already safe or still stuck inside. But there was no time to dwell on that now. Every second counted. He had to keep moving and somehow make his way back to the main road without drawing any attention. Because one wrong move now, and the entire escape would have been for nothing.
apartments now. It's the upper level's closed, and that's where I am, but the lower level's open still, so I think I can just get out this way, which is good. But I feel so bad. I got caught. They pointed guns at me. Get out of here. Oh my gosh.
This was definitely one intense experience, and while what they did wasn't exactly legal, you can't help but be impressed by how calmly and quickly he managed to get away. The kind of adrenaline it must take to stay focused in a moment like that. You really have to be brave, or maybe just a little bit crazy. It's the kind of adventure none of them will ever forget. Unfortunately, he never shared how things ended for the other two in the group, leaving us all wondering. But one thing is clear. As thrilling as it might look, this is not something to try yourself. The risks are real, and not every story ends this cleanly. But this tense escape wasn't the only exploration that nearly went wrong, because these next explorers found themselves in a situation that might have been just as unsettling. Quick interruption. If you're enjoying this video, why not hit that subscribe button? We're on a mission to hit 300,000 subscribers, and when we do, 3 lucky fans will win a limited edition items. Right now, 61.2% of you watching haven't subscribed yet. We're pushing for at least 40%, and we need your help to make it happen. It's completely free, and your support helps us make even more awesome videos. So, don't miss out, subscribe now, and let's get back to the video. Shared on December 4th, 2021 by the YouTube channel D-Dog Vlogs, where Dustin has been sharing his urban exploration adventures for over 7 years, taking his audience deep into some of the most fascinating abandoned places out there. And in this episode, it shows us how Dustin teams up with his friend Mo for another one of their urban explorations, this time returning to a remote abandoned house with a dark past. The property had belonged to former residents who were arrested and imprisoned for running an illegal cannabis operation. Since then, the house has been left to decay, with nearly all of their personal belongings still inside. Naturally, Dustin and Mo expected an eerie but interesting exploration. But what they ended up finding inside was far worse than anything they could have imagined.
This is creepy.
Look at that, guys. Abandoned car.
I'm shaking because I'm cold, guys. You guys probably can't see it much on the camera, but...
Sorry, that was a rocky start getting in there. Where'd you go? The hell? Guys, look at this. Everything is luxury.
Dustin and Mo were amazed again by how much had been left behind. Clothes, furniture, and even personal items. Full of curiosity, they moved through each room, taking in the eerie atmosphere and the building's decaying state. Up to that point, nothing seemed out of the ordinary, unsettling maybe, but not unusual for an abandoned home. But everything changed when they decided to head up into the attic. That's when things started to get strange.
And now we're going up these weird looking stairs that are super sketchy up into the attic, which I need a light for. Yo, these are sketchy stairs, bro. What? Hey guys, this is gonna be shift the filming for a sec. A whole bunch of randomness up here. You okay?
Oh yeah. Let's try to do it one hand. That's creepy.
much, guys, because
Yeah.
these are just beams.
You can see right outside. That's
Are
not
you
a good
smoking?
sign. No.
What the hell? You should see this haze that just came across my camera.
No, I got nothing. Hello?
Hello?
What the fuck was that? Hello?
This place is really creepy.
Let's go check that out.
Feeling increasingly uncomfortable in the attic, especially after hearing unexplained noises, Dustin and Mo decided to head back down to check if someone might have entered the house. But after a quick look around, there was no sign of anyone else. Still uneasy but trying to stay focused, they continued exploring the last few rooms of the house, hoping the worst was behind them. But if the strange sounds had already rattled them, what happened next only made things worse.
Yeah, there's like 2 more rooms here. Whoa.
Rooms upstairs.
Last time Mo and I were here, that was locked.
What?
This door. We couldn't get into that. It had 2 boards on it. Now there's only 1.
You think it's actually open though? It looks open.
It looks open.
Oh, the fuck
I'm
should we go in?
sketched. After just hearing that noise.
What if somebody's in there? Because it looks like someone might be staying here. I don't know.
Like, Mo and I filmed this like maybe a month ago. That was close.
Who knows?
I'm kind of sketched to go check it. Yeah, it's definitely open. It's definitely open.
This guy's saying the door was closed last time and locked, apparently. Hello?
I'm scared to open it. You go open it. I got the wide angle on you just in case. What is... That stinks.
Oh.
What the
is that
fuck?
smell? Oh.
Yo!
What? What is
Do you not see that at the very end?
What the fuck?
That's a body.
Is it?
There's a body in there. Yo, yo. Hello? Are you alive?
Yo, that's the guy's head.
That is somebody laying there, dude.
Yo, that's somebody laying there. See that? Oh my god, that's somebody fucking laying there.
What the fuck?
Oh, swear. What the fuck should we do? We should go.
We're gonna have to call the police and just tell them.
Yeah, we have to.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Let's go.
Naturally, this was a deeply unsettling discovery, and it didn't take long for Dustin and Mo to decide they had seen enough. They mentioned they would notify the authorities, but no follow-up was ever shared, leaving both us and their viewers with more questions than answers. Was it truly a body that had been left behind? Or something far less sinister? Perhaps just a disturbing human-like object left to decay among the clutter. We may never know. But one thing's for sure, this exploration turned out to be far more than they bargained for. With that question still lingering, we head straight into the next featured clip, shared by Bobby, the creator behind the YouTube channel SCPC Ghost, is known for his explorations of haunted and abandoned locations, bringing viewers along as he uncovers the eerie beauty and mystery of forgotten spaces. On November 30th, 2021, he shared a video of one such exploration, where he visited an old, long-abandoned bank office in San Bernardino, California, and what started as a routine solo exploration slowly turned into something much more tense.
I got it!
Crazy abandoned bank, sketchy, super sketchy location. Yeah, a lot of reports from explorers about homeless and meth and needles and whatever you can think of. Looks like there was a little bit of a fire right there on this side. I don't know what it looks like. I've never been in there. I've only seen a couple videos, but let's go get it. Damn. It smells like a major fire. Yup. There's a... Yeah, you got somebody's weave right there. A lot of different stuff in here. Okay, we got an elevator right there. Yeah, you guys, there is a significant... Oh, shit. Look at the ATM machines.
Even though Bobby was well aware of the kinds of people who might be using the building for less than legal reasons, his curiosity outweighed his caution. The deeper he went, the more fascinated he became. Despite the tension in the air, each hallway and room revealed something new. Layers of decay, remnants of its past, and that strange, still silence that seems to hang in places like this. So, Bobby pressed on, step by step, completely unaware that something was about to shift in the atmosphere around him.
Jeez, where do these go to? Holy crap, they just keep going. It's like a restroom of some kind. Man. Okay, I hear some people coming inside. Let's take the stairs back down.
Since the man was positioned right by the only exit, Bobby had no choice but to head back down and hope he could get past him without any trouble. It was a tense moment, one that could go either way, but Bobby remained calm, hoping the situation wouldn't escalate as he quietly made his way toward the door.
I just visited somebody, man.
Yeah, me too.
Why you gotta come through the front door?
I didn't know the front was open.
I didn't.
That's the front door?
Yeah, I guess.
Go ahead.
So what y'all doing? Just taking pictures?
Yeah, just take a picture of the property. Digital
Just like
projector?
that. Yeah, just like go for that. With that.
Nah,
You
not a
use it,
projector.
No, it's not a big one. It's a small one. Just look, right there.
Let me see what you got. Can't promise I'm gonna buy anything, but let me see what you got. What's that?
It's a projector. It's
Oh, I'm good with that, G.
This is a homemade one right here.
Yeah, you have a good one, boss.
You too, man.
Be safe. It's all good. And just like that, we don't even get 10 feet outside of the building, and this dude goes right back to talking shit all over again. Hey, some people, man.
Thankfully, Bobby managed to slip past without incident. But that tense moment was a clear reminder of how unpredictable urban exploration can be, especially in locations where danger doesn't only come from crumbling structures, but also from the people who may be sheltering inside. While Bobby made it out safely this time, it's experiences like these that show just how quickly things can shift from curious to unsettling. What would you have done in a situation like this? And speaking of unsettling, Brian and Michael, two friends known for their passion for exploring and photographing abandoned places, posted on December 19, 2016, a video on their second channel, The Proper People Extra, documenting their visit to an abandoned insane asylum deep in the woods, far from any civilization, where things didn't quite go as planned.
That's a creepy road. There's a building straight ahead.
This is the stuff of nightmares.
Should we be careful about the car lights over here, or does it not matter, you don't think?
I don't think it matters.
Yeah,
Look at that.
that is scary looking. Look at the vines. It's missing the top piece. Does that mean there's no roof? Holy shit, look at the graffiti. We're gonna fucking get jumped in here.
car is locked. In we go. Into hell.
After driving around the building to make sure there were no other cars or signs of people inside, Brian and Michael gathered their courage and headed in. Since they hadn't seen any vehicles and the asylum was so far from civilization, they felt fairly confident they were alone. But after spending some time exploring, that confidence quickly proved to be misplaced.
All right, you want to go upstairs?
What is it? I don't know. It's trees rustling in the wind. Jesus Christ. Fucking scary.
You hear that?
It's the wind.
Sound like a footstep inside here.
I didn't hear that.
All right, upstairs.
What? I'm scared.
There's not going to be anybody here. Whoa, look at this. Look at this staircase out here. Oh shit.
What?
There's somebody there.
No way.
Yes, I see their light. They're out there. I swear on my life. Right there.
I hear him.
Should I say hello?
Yeah.
There's somebody out there. Let's go back to the car. This way. If it's somebody wanting to talk to us.
Let's go to the car now.
Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah, let's go to the car.
It looked like a cell phone, right?
Like a cell phone light, yeah. Should we just bail?
I don't know. Let's see who it is.
There's no other car here.
He was on this side.
That was 100%.
That was a person.
Of course, this put Brian and Michael on edge, but they didn't want to jump to conclusions right away. Maybe it was just someone wanting to talk or something harmless, but it definitely raised a lot of questions.
Why is there a person here? Like, what the fuck? We can't keep exploring this place if there's like some random person out there that we don't know what they're doing. Farmland.
Do you want to get in the car and drive around?
I don't think we should. If anything, I'm going to turn the headlights back on.
I saw his light.
Just now?
No, I'm saying before. So you were not going crazy.
I don't know. I feel like if he was the dude looking for us,
He'd be here.
he would have just came and talked to us by now. Which, you know, I don't feel good about going back into this building if there's some person that we have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't like the feeling of this.
Bail.
Yeah,
Just get out of here.
probably.
There he is.
Where? You saw a light? Hello?
Hello?
I don't like it. Let's go.
Yeah, the fact that they're not answering back. Let's get out of here.
It's too sketchy. Like, they could be wanting to, like, fucking rob us. Yeah.
Like, who the fuck could be out here?
Alone with, like, no...
fucking car.
Brian and Michael definitely made the right call to leave. The chances of that person having bad intentions were high. After all, what else would someone be doing out here alone, without even a car? It was a situation that could quickly have turned dangerous, and they wisely chose not to take any risks. Fortunately, they didn't have to find out what that encounter might have led to. Getting back in their car, they drove off to safety, relieved to be out of that isolated place and away from the uncertainty that had settled over their exploration. In adventures like this, the real danger sometimes comes from the people you didn't expect to find. Which brings us back to Dustin from the YouTube channel The Dog Vlogs. In this episode, uploaded on May 27, 2020, Dustin teams up with his friends Kalo and Ethan to explore a massive abandoned mansion tucked away in the woods. But it doesn't take long before it becomes clear. This isn't going to be just another routine exploration. With daylight fading and the air thick with silence, they wasted no time and began their walk through the snow toward the decaying mansion, completely unaware of what they were about to encounter inside.
This place looks amazing. This place is so big, guys. There's a lot of animals out here. I already heard coyotes coming from over here. Got a massive barn. Quickly go take a peek in here. A really big animal came in here. I don't know if it came out yet. A little bit scary, but I really hope the animal's not in here still. Hello? Alright guys, taking our first steps in right now. Whoa. This place seems pretty nice. A shower in here. Whoa, you even have a sauna. Pretty sweet.
Even though the property gives off an undeniably eerie vibe, the group doesn't let that dampen their curiosity or excitement. With flashlights in hand and cameras rolling, they continue deeper into the building, eager to uncover whatever forgotten history it might hold. At this point, there's no sense of danger, just the thrill of discovery. But that calm confidence wouldn't last long, because soon they'd realize this wasn't just any abandoned property.
Oh, there's a basement. We'll go down there after. Ah, nice kitchen. I like that the leaves are coming through the windows. It's just overgrown. Look at the staircase. Wow.
Hello?
What?
Hello?
What happened?
What?
Carlo just heard a noise up here. Where? Here you go first. You heard it down here?
Yeah. He's what he's on. That's just what you feel in here.
Carlo just heard something from over here.
When no one responded to their calls, their first thought was that it might just be an animal hiding somewhere inside. Or at least, they hoped so. The last thing they wanted was to come face to face with a squatter who might have bad intentions. Still, not ready to cut their exploration short, the three decided to gather their courage and take the risk, hoping for the best, but bracing for anything.
I just heard a bang in here.
Really?
Yeah. There's nobody even in there. Where's the though? Huh. That's weird. That's Ethan walking around.
Although it was unsettling to hear such clear sounds with no obvious cause, Dustin, Kalo, and Ethan chose to continue exploring until they had seen every part of the house. And strangely enough, after those unexplained noises, everything else remained completely quiet. Nothing further happened that night, and they eventually left the property without answers. So, what do you think could have caused the strange banging? Was it just an animal hiding somewhere out of sight? Or could it have been something far less explainable? Perhaps a spirit still lingering within the decaying walls of the mansion? Let us know your thoughts. And with that, we've already arrived at the final clip of this video, shared by Actual Boys, a YouTube channel run by a group of friends who document their bold adventures through fascinating places around the world, bringing viewers along for every discovery. And in this video, shared on May 26, 2019, two of the members, Kyle and Carl, set out to explore an abandoned house tucked away in the southern part of Wollongong, Australia. What started as just another casual exploration quickly became something far more unsettling. When they arrived at the location, Kyle and Carl didn't waste any time. Hoping to avoid attention, they hurried inside and began their exploration. But the moment they stepped into the house, the atmosphere felt different, like this place had more to reveal than just old, forgotten walls.
Oh my god. Look at that. That looked like it'd sting if it touched you, eh? Holy shit. Ooh, well, there's a door, right? Dude, this is... Someone's been smashing the noodles in here, eh? Someone probably lives in here. Water's off.
The moment Kyle and Carl stepped inside, a heavy, uneasy feeling settled over them. The air felt still, and the silence seemed to press in from every corner. Something about the house just didn't feel right, but they weren't about to turn around now. Despite the tension creeping in, their curiosity pushed them forward. They reminded themselves that strange vibes come with the territory of abandoned places. But what they didn't know was that this particular feeling of unease wasn't without reason, and it wouldn't take long before they found that out.
There's a few noodle packets here, so looks like someone must have moved out a while ago, but it's pretty untouched. You got a cat hole? That's a fresh kitchen as well. Yeah, this house is fresh as. I get us a photo on the stove. Bit of scissors. A few fireplaces, eh? This place is like fully untouched, eh? Was that the front door that we walked up, eh? Do you hear that? Walk quietly.
We can only imagine how unsettling it must have been to hear sounds that seemed to come from inside the house, especially when you're already feeling on edge. Still, there was a chance the noise had come from outside or had some simple explanation. So, trusting their instincts, Kyle and Carl decided to push on and continue exploring. But as they moved deeper into the house, it quickly became clear. Whatever was happening, it wasn't over yet.
That's a full glass of water. Almost not. No. It's not, man. They're not, why do you think they're just standing still? Hello? Did you hear that? Say it again. Yo!
Feeling increasingly unsafe, Kyle and Carl paused for a moment, torn between curiosity and caution. But they made the smart choice. It simply wasn't worth the risk. The last thing they wanted was to come face to face with someone who might have bad intentions. With their adrenaline pumping, they moved quickly but carefully through the house, expecting at any moment to run into someone. But to their surprise, they made it out without incident. No one was there, no voices, no footsteps. Just silence. And while that brought a sense of relief, it also left them with a lingering question. If no one was there, what exactly had they heard upstairs? Now that was all for today, folks. If you enjoyed these horrifying clips, subscribe to my channel and click to see more on the video on screen.